Hey, how's it going, guys? This is my new video, and in this video I will talk about my thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming, the new trailer that just came out. And I love Spider-Man. I really do, because Spider-Man has been my favorite Marvel superhero ever since from childhood, and ever since I saw Spider-Man the 90s series. And I watched Spider-Man Homecoming, the new trailer that just came out, and I don't know how to feel about the movie just yet, because one thing is that the movie hasn't come out yet, and by the looks of the trailer, I can give it like a 50%, like, I don't know, a half good rating and a half bad rating, because Spider-Man, by the looks of the trailer, I think Spider-Man doesn't seem like he's a genius, like he's the smart kid, like he was in the comics, or in the TV show, like the Spectacular Spider-Man and Spider-Man, the animated series from the 90s. And that kind of really makes me worried, because one thing is that Spider-Man gets his new costume. He doesn't make it himself. He gets the costume from Tony Stark. And another thing I don't like about the Homecoming is that Spider-Man and Iron Man team up, and I don't like it because what I know about Spider-Man from real long time is that Spider-Man has ever since he was like a high school student, high school kid. Spider-Man started as Peter Parker, the high school kid, the geek, the guy who gets bullied a lot. And by watching the trailer of Spider-Man Homecoming, it doesn't seem like it's going to be like, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Like, Peter Parker was a geek, people bullied him, and he wasn't very popular. And the scene with the, I kind of liked the scene with the crooks, but I didn't like the fact that the crooks wore Avengers masks. Like, that kind of screams like advertisement at like 9,000, and they just do it for, kicks and laughs, because, Disney, we need to make it kiddified. And some Marvel movies today, for today's standards, I like Captain America movies, like Captain America Winter Soldier is one of my favorite Marvel movies. Then Captain America Civil War was really awesome, because if you guys want to make a superhero movie, you need to balance out both the serious and comedic moments, and don't make villains again. They actually introduced a very new villain, Spider-Man villain, Vulture, that we haven't seen on a big screen. But I get the feeling that this villain is gonna be another, villain, make him comical, whatever. And I really hate that in the Marvel movies nowadays, because a lot of for example, the Avengers Age of Ultron trailer. In the trailers, they always show Ultron like he's this menacing villain that he's gonna kill and destroy the Avengers. He's gonna, try to destroy and kill humanity as a whole. But when I saw the official movie, the movie wasn't that bad, but the fact that they made Ultron like the evil version of Tony Stark, that's when things really kind of disappointed me, because because in the comics and even in the TV show Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Ultron was like this menacing villain. He was actually like a machine. He was able to take down the Avengers all by himself, even though he can get miscalculated battling some of the Avengers. Like, for example, he thinks he killed Thor, but then unfortunately Thor's comebacks and he miscalculated, and then he gets defeated, because Ultron's biggest weakness is the unexpected, the things he doesn't expect. But in the movie, he just goes down like a bitch, like Loki does. And Loki, I don't know, Loki is probably the only Marvel villain that is good. But Zemo was also pretty good in Avengers Civil War, but Captain America Civil War, I just confusing this because I don't know, because a lot of Marvel movies nowadays just make villains really weak, like really desperate. Because I am fine that they actually give justice to superheroes, but they also need to balance out the villains as well in the movies. But I hope the Vulture will be like a menacing villain, not the comical one that goes down like in one hit or something, or just he gets beaten enough. Because I really don't like that in Marvel movies, and I want to see a menacing villain that also a very good hero. But another thing is that. But still, I have a hard time dealing with Homecoming Spider-Man because he doesn't, by the looks of the trailer that came out today, like I said, he doesn't look like he's a genius and he can make his own web shirts or his own costume. And the fact that he's a kid. Yes, he's a teenager, but he looks like he's 10 years old or 12 years old. But in the comics, a lot of people, I read comments on YouTube, and people say in the comics that Spider-Man is 15 years old when he starts becoming Spider-Man when Uncle Ben dies. But But one thing I'm glad about that they will not shoehorn another Uncle Ben's death scene, another one. Because we haven't seen that in like for like I don't know how many times, but yeah, but the fact that the costume, I don't know, but the costume for Spider-Man looks okay, but it kind of, I don't know what it is, but it does not have much color. I don't know, because one thing I noticed about the costume is that it kind of loses the black stripes for the Spidey costume, kind of similar to the Amazing Spider-Man costume from the Amazing Spider-Man movie. Sorry, I haven't done videos for like a week or 2 weeks, I don't know, but yeah. Spider-Man Homecoming, have you seen the trailer? Tell me, guys, what you think about it. I do hope that the Spider-Man Homecoming will be a good Spider-Man movie that people deserve, but I want to say, I forgot to mention the positives about the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. The one thing I liked about the Homecoming is that they actually show how strong Spider-Man is, even though he's like, he looks like he's on the same height as Spider-Man from the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. And the fact, I love the first scene in the bank scene, even though I didn't like the fact that the crooks wore the Avengers masks because, advertisement and shit, but I like the fact that criminals try to take out Spider-Man, but Spider-Man is like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna just take you out like punching pussies. He just does that, like, one guy tries to, with his shoulder, try to shoulder punch him, but Spider-Man just blocks it like it's made of butter and just uses the dude's punch against another crook, and there's the crook who wears the Iron Man mask. He just punches him like, 5 times, but Spider-Man just blocks the one punch and just sends him flying, like, Jesus Christ. That was funny because when the guy just punched Spider-Man, he wasn't even phased by it. That scene was just hilarious. But, yeah. But another thing I really like, the boat scene, that it kind of exploded. But I really hate the fact that they still try to make the same scene from Spider-Man 2. I like the train scene in Spider-Man 2 because it was really iconic. But in Spider-Man Homecoming, they tried to do the same thing. But yeah, but it's a giant boat, and he just tries his best to hold it in. I think that's when Tony Stark as Iron Man comes in to try to help out Spider-Man to save the civilians on the boat. But the Vulture costume, man, that Vulture costume looks really cool. But I know. What do you guys think about the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer, and what do you think, guys, about the new Spider-Man as a whole? Do you think he will be a good Spider-Man? And let me know in the comments. And like this video, you really enjoyed my thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming. So, yeah. like this video, share it if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you guys really want to, and I will see you guys later. Oh, and next video will be about a really serious subject that I really wanted to talk about for a real long time. Is about just for kids excuse, and why I really hate it. But if you guys want me to do that kind of subject, I will gladly try to do it, because it's a serious subject, and it is really common nowadays. And yeah, see you guys later or whatever.